Advanced Biome Corporation is a specialized nutraceutical company with an emphasis on sleep, oxidative stress, neurologic health, and gut health through its unique formulations and delivery systems. There are three key areas of innovation: unique and powerful formulations, sustained release technology, and specialized probiotic strains that support specific therapeutic targets. Using only the finest sourced ingredients, ABC's scientific team is innovative, cutting edge, and focused on providing you with the highest quality products that demonstrate clinical and therapeutic effects. Well, when I was looking to formulate a lot of the ABC products, I had been making suppositories, not making them, but selling them for almost 20 years, right? Under the umbrella of a company called Glutagenic, which we're still around. But I was looking to make some really unique formulas, and I started to price these out with different pharmacies to make these for me, these compounding pharmacies, and what they wanted to charge me, because obviously I was looking at putting like these really expensive ingredients and having these different blends, and it was just priced out of my range. So we actually started to manufacture our own about 2 years ago, and that's where we started the company ABC. And one of the first products that we really pioneered was the Sandman. And when you look at the ingredients in Sandman, all of them are designed based on clinically proven ingredients that supports inducing sleep, but quality sleep, not just knocking you out, right? Because if you get knocked out from, like, say, an Ambien,
Xanax, Ambien,
right?
all the stuff people take,
benzos
yeah,
and so forth.
yeah.
So, I mean, if I go up and I hit you in the head with a baseball bat and you pass out, and you're on the ground, right? And then I have someone next to you that's actually in quality deep sleep, they're going to look the same, right? But when both of those people wake up, they're going to feel quite a bit different, right? So there's a big difference between getting knocked out and actually having quality sleeps. Now, that's an extreme example, but when you're talking about the difference between Sandman and Xanax, it's massive. But the conversation goes a lot deeper with Sandman in particular, because the technology is something called superphysiological melatonin dosing. And this was something that's been pioneered by a number of scientists, where it's a higher level of melatonin that can be created in the body. And what this does is it actually heals the body in ways that you couldn't actually get with a normal melatonin pulse. So yes, that amount of melatonin decreases as we get older, and there's all these different diseases that are thought to be as a result of this lower melatonin, which thus you don't get the deeper stages of sleep. But there's also an aspect of, with research, but melatonin has a large body of research showing that it suppresses cancer growth. And so there's a lot of alternative healthcare practitioners that are using these high physiological doses with their cancer patients. One thing that you can find in the research is that oral melatonin is only 8% absorbed. So, even when you're taking the 3 and the 5 milligram melatonin, like, you're only getting 8% of that, right? The Sandman has 200 milligrams, and suppository is 85% absorbed.
What a difference.
So it's a huge difference. And so we do have a lot of clinicians and patients alike that use the Sandman that are, fighting cancer. And then the other big segment, I would say there's 3 main segments. There's the anti-aging group, people that are having challenges with sleeping, cancer group, and then there's people that are dealing with degenerative neurologic disease. These are patients that are aging, their brain is aging faster than it should, right? So they're developing protein tangles in the brain. These are amyloid beta, tau protein, different neurofibrillary tangles. These are all fancy names. You don't need to know these or learn them. But basically, it's junk that accumulates and crowds out the neurons in your brain. And this happens to all of us to some level. And what they're finding is that the cause of a lot of these is not because it's building up in the brain so much. It's because
the decreased melatonin as we get older, you have less deep sleep, thus you have less of an impact towards the glymphatic stimulation, which is the pumping action that happens during deep sleep that cleanses the brain. And so this is very closely correlated to a lot of people that have a lot of problems with Alzheimer's. I mean, you look at Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan, right? Two icons. Both of them would brag about how they needed 3 or 4 hours of sleep, right? And then now look, both of them died of Alzheimer's. So the link with poor sleep and low melatonin and the accumulation of all these proteins in the brain is very, very clear. So we're using the melatonin here clinically with these patients. We feel that by supercharging that deep sleep mechanism that we're able to help improve that glymphatic system with our patients. So it's exciting stuff.
Yeah,
I love it.
well, it's great, Dr. John, and really it's just brilliant what you've done. I mean, it's really made a difference in so many people's lives, and the impact you've had is really just priceless. So thank you again.
Unique and powerful formulations and delivery systems, sustained release technology, and specialized probiotic strains that support specific therapeutic targets. For more information about our exciting product lineup, you can go to advancedbiocorp.com.